Alrighty, welcome back to Brush Up Your Game. Today, a re-review of the P.W.B, which stands for Praetor's Warbird. The Azure. We're going with that. This was Dominion War Month 3 prize ship. So we're talking old here. You know, you got the Creighton, you got the Cha-Chang, and then you got the Azure. This is a ship I have one of. I think the Cha-Chang I had two of, sold one, gave one to a friend type thing. Creighton I had one of. So, yeah, tough to get a hold of. Now the Azure, well, it's a Dideridix, and by this point, I think you've seen my Dideridix ranking, so you know exactly where this falls in terms of all Dideridixes. But it's a 3264. It's very durable. The named ability, each time you attack, you may reroll one of your attack dice for every damage card assigned to your ship. There are ways to play this. There's ways to have some fun with it. I think with some of the new Alliance cards, there might be some utility. You can get the Engineer into play to repair some shields after you've taken some hull damage. This is a ship you don't want to cloak, which is antithetical to what Romulans are all about these days. However, not every ship can have to rule and the Romulan cloaking device. It becomes a very tricky scenario. How do you fly a Romulan fleet well? Yeah, I like the Azure. I think it's okay. I don't know that it's worth paying crazy, stupid eBay prices. But if you can find one, I think it's worth something. But yeah, the ship alone should not be driving crazy prices. Generic's generic. It's what it is. Latent, as a captain, each round when defending, you may force one opponent to reroll one of their crit results. And that's, boy, if that's not a textual nightmare to parse. Sorry, I'm going to try to actually expand this. Here we go. Yeah. Each round, okay, so that would say once. When defending, no, every time, you may force one opponent, once, to reroll one of their crit results. I don't know if he works one time or if he works every time you defend. I don't much care. I think my justification or my defense is he works every time. He's got the when defending clause. Each round just means every single time. One opponent? I don't know. I feel like that's redundant text. If he's remade today, he says when defending, you may force an opponent. Or when defending, you may force the defending ship or the attacking ship, to reroll one of their crit results. It's that simple. Defender modifies first, so yeah, you're taking less critical damage, which fits to the Azure. You want to take hull damage, you don't want to take critical damage. Critical damage, bad, causing you bigger problems. Yeah. Is Leighton worth a bunch? No, he's not. But he might save you some damage. Invasion plans. Here, this is a 5-point talent. When you initiate an attack against a ship at range 2 to 3 while you're cloaked, you can discard this card to force that ship to roll 2 less defense dice against your attack. It's nice. It's a bonus. It feels like it's a win more card. I think if you're going cloak on cloak, this is nicer. I would still advocate for Nanclus over invasion plans. However, Nanclus fills a crew slot, and crew slots are more valuable than elite talent slots. This has limitations, right? Range 2 to 3, while cloaked. And it's a discard. But it's not an action. It's an extra ability. If you're attacking a Federation ship, if you're attacking basically anything that's not cloaked, this is a double scan. Really, it's a double scan, period. But you're going to make somebody roll 0 defense dice. That is useful. And I think Invasion Plans has a use. It's a mission use, but it does have a use. And I like it in scenarios where you know you're going up against ships rolling a bunch of defense dice. So I do think it's playable, but it's not hyper playable. Additional weapons array. It's intact, disable, convert one of your battle stations into a crit. It's range 1 to 2. It's 4 dice. All of that seems fine. 4 points, not where I want to be on this card. I want to be in like the 1 to 2 point range. Maybe 3, but 2 points seems like a sweet spot for this. A Nullifier Core. Each time you defend while cloaked, you can reroll one of your defense dice. Discard this card if your ship sustains any damage to its hull. Yeah. Cards that have come after this. Cards like the independent card that just says while you have shields, you cancel a hit. It's the same cost. They do more. This very easily could have said each time you defend while cloaked, cancel a hit. Then you have to discard it if you sustain damage to your hull. Fine, great. Then I'd buy this card. As is, never running it. A single reroll does not help me. My odds of dying, of missing my die roll, I should say, are still really bad or really high. The odds of missing the die roll are really high. I don't know how else to say bad card. Romulan Pilot, on the other hand, was so good they reprinted it as a door prize for a later OP, but it's still difficult to obtain. Romulan Pilot is a free action. Discard this card, place a scan token beside the ship, and this ship may make a green maneuver. That's great. I love this ability. It gives Romulans a scan action one time. You get a green ability. It's a free action. It's 2 points. There's a lot to like here. You don't build a combo around this. That's not the purpose of Romulan Pilot. The purpose of Romulan Pilot is simply to get yourself out of trouble or to get yourself into a firing position. Just imagine for a moment, Romulan Pilot plus Cloak plus Sensor Echo with the Bank Echo. Yeah, you're going crazy with your maneuvers. Yeah, this just adds to the potential, and you want to put yourself, if you have all of that, you want to put yourself in a position where you're going to fire because you have the scan token. It's just fantastic. So yeah, I guess my big takeaway: get Romulan Pilot. One way or the other. Invasion Plans, nice bonus card, but that's all it is. It's a bonus card. Its playability is in missions. Proxy it if you really care. But don't shell out for it. Latent, again, maybe mission playable. Not worth it. And the Azure, there's better Diderodexes. Much better Diderodexes out there. Don't go chasing this. It's not worth it. All right. Hey, that's it for me. Thank you for watching. And until next time, keep brushing up your game. Take care, everybody.